So we have Ufer versus Cars in our race here today. We're just starting out. So this is the Sophomore League, so both of these runners have a time less than 1:10 as their personal best. I am not sure if we'll be getting a post-game interview because, like I said, these runners did run it at a previous date. So right now we're starting out here in Cap Kingdom. We have the number 7th ranked Uber versus number 15th ranked Cars, or their Twitch is SkyMo. Coming up here into the Frog Tower. Both runners having a pretty good start here. We actually see Ufer here doing the vault left side approach. That did work for him. We don't see a lot of runners at this level going for left side, as it can only save about 2 seconds, but Ufer did get it there. Unfortunately, he did mess up a cycle there on the topper fight, so he will be just behind Cars leaving Cap Kingdom, even though Cars did right side. It wasn't the hat entrance that did it, it was the topper fight.
Hello. I think
Hey,
I fixed
Devious.
it. Yeah, sorry about that. But I did see they went for left side.
Yeah, Ufer did. They did vault left side.
Ooh, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen vault in a while.
I'm not quite sure why he did get it, but he messed up a cycle on topper.
Yeah, that's no good. Messing up a topper cycle, it's basically just deja vu. I mess up topper cycle all the time, and it's very interesting because you know you can do it, but you just don't for some reason.
Alright, I'm not expecting to see DSS here at this level. It is a very high level strat, so I'm expecting Dino Skip from both. Yes, Saren Yu is doing the restream, but he also has a few other things he's working on behind the scenes. Devious, you can set up that prediction if you want.
Yeah, I think this one hasn't gotten the winner though. This one
maybe
hasn't been decided.
I'm pretty sure Scorch won.
Okay, yeah, it's
so you can
been ended.
End that one. Both runners here, however, did have a pretty good fight here on Madame Brutal. No significant mistakes, so they're both looking like they're having a strong Cap and Cascade so far. Yep, you may see the runners come up in chat because this was pre-recorded. This is a restream. So these runners are not currently running this live. However, I do not know the results. I'm not sure if Devious does or not.
I don't either.
Okay.
It looks like they're both getting sub 6 Cascade.
I don't think they set up for DSTA though.
Yeah, I was having audio issues at the beginning, so I didn't see their main menu.
Alright, we now have another prediction going on in the chat. Who will win? Will it be Ufer or will it be Cars? If you are aware of the results, I would not recommend doing it, as that could be considered cheating.
Yeah, I mean, if I could vote, I'd probably vote for Cars. Because he looks pretty cool. He has a cool profile picture, so...
Yeah, a cat in a mask. For sure. Alright, we see Uber here actually doing manual DSTA. And so is Cars. Okay.
They both had trouble with the bird, I think, so they had to refix it.
Interesting, okay. Oh yeah, there is Cars in the chat. Cars' Twitch name is SkyMo SR. Hello, gamer. Alright, so this is the DSTA route, however they did have to do manual. Yes, there is a prediction. Alright, well, good luck with your Sunshine Run, Cars. We are excited to see this run from you that you already did.
Cars had to re-grab the bird because he missed it the first time, so he went up by the sand dune and grabbed it that way.
No Sandrian from Cars. That will lose Cars a little time missing that verb, because I kind of did have to go chase it down. Is this reverse Jaxie, Skip?
Ooh, we get to see some reverse Jaxie. And that's a pretty clean reverse Jaxie.
That was actually good. To be honest, you know, you don't really expect to see a lot of reverse Jaxie at this level, but, you know, I'll take it.
Yeah, I was debating doing it in my race, but then I'm like, I don't even know how to set up for it properly, so we're just gonna, you know, do... Oh! Got a fast, box moon. Or, bullet box is what I call it, I guess. And Crit 64 with the rate of 7 people. How you doing, Crit?
Welcome in, gamers. Why is Saren not forking commentating? Saren is not forking commentating because he is frantically trying to set up a layout for the next stuff we have ahead. So it's a little monka steer on his part, I believe.
That next race is gonna be insane. I'm just saying, if you're not here for it, then you're missing out. I'm just saying it right now.
Sorry, Saren.
I think Cars is getting he's just barely getting over an 11:30 exit if my calculations are correct, which they probably aren't. But we will find out.
Math is hard, you know.
No, I just always forget how long the sand cutscene takes. But he's getting to 32. Both had some pretty clean sands, except for the mess up with manual DSTA and Cars with the bird. But other than that, their sand was pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah, maybe Cars is indicating there in the chat they lost 25 seconds to the bird. But I'm not 100% sure.
That sounds about right, because he grabbed the bird and then had to redo his jump. So, that sounds about right.
Alright, here in the Lake Kingdom, it is one of the shorter kingdoms. At this level, not too many tricks. The only places you really see people mess up the most is this jump up here to the Rango fight. It's very easy to get your inputs eaten there.
Ufer had a pretty clean mango fight. Nothing to scoff at. That's probably the fastest one I've seen in a hot minute. And yeah, now we're gonna see Cars' fight.
Most of the bunny fights usually aren't the things that mess runners up, unless they, you know, get off cycle, per se. But the good runners, even if they do mess up, they know how to back up well.
Yeah, I can only see the one messing up runners the most. It's Bowser Topper. That's definitely probably the hardest bunny in this run.
I would agree with that. What's up, Henry? Alright, yeah, so Cars is a little bit behind, but there really nothing significant or of note happened in Lake Kingdom. It was all just, you know, average stuff. I don't know what to say. Yeah, the prediction is closed, I believe.
Yeah, it's been closed for a while, but there's only 30 points in it, which is kind of sad.
They can't all be bangers, I guess. You know, as a commentator, I never want to take sides. So, you know, you
can't directly say which side you're supporting, but you can definitely pick sides.
You know, you kind of want to be as, you know, objective as you can, in my opinion.
Yeah, when talking about the racers, it's definitely, but you can always have like you want someone to win, right? As long
True,
as you
yeah.
don't like put that into your commentary.
Red
Is
car
Ufer going
gang.
for nut?
Maybe.
Ufer got it. He got his nut clip.
Nice. Let's see how this out of bounds movement goes. Scaring me a little bit.
That camera angle was definitely a bit scary.
Oh, but he got it. And up the ramp. Very nice. I'd love to see it. Some hot movement there. Not only got the clip, but also got the out of bounds movement.
Now, at this point, it may look like Cars is ahead, but you gotta remember that Ufer did grab that extra moon from the out of bounds, so he's definitely... he could still potentially be ahead, but not at the moment.
True, when runners are taking different routes, it's hard to know who's ahead until the end of the kingdom. Cars here into the flooded pipeways sub-area. This is one of the most well-known sub-areas probably in the entire game. Systems in its cycles, and if you have good movement and fast movement, you can avoid taking damage. Unfortunately, Cars did mess up his cycle there on the end. Ooh, for doing Flower Road Skip.
Having to kill that piranha plant, though, kind of voiding the time save that, actually, no, because he didn't get the story moon, so he's definitely saving a bit of time.
Nice
Because
roll
the story
cancel
moon has the
bounce.
cutscene.
This is some pretty hot movement here, to be honest. You got the Flower Road Skip and the roll cancel bounce.
Yeah, Ufer is definitely pulling out some hot moves right now.
I feel like the roll cancel bounce is a very satisfying piece of movement. It just looks really nice. Yeah. Oh, hello, Ufer. How are ya? Hope you're doing well. We're just checking out your run here. You have a pretty hot wood kingdom, not gonna lie.
It's very spicy, as I would say.
Let's see how Ufer's flooded pipes go. Taking a bonk there. Yes, exclamation mark sophomore there, you will see a PayPal link where you can contribute to the prize pool if you would like. And Henry, this is not live. These runners did previously run these races. However, Devious and I do not know the results.
Cars doing spew at full, probably one of the coolest tricks in the game.
I mean, there's plenty of cool tricks in this game, you know. Some of them you see in speedruns, and some of them are just not RTA viable.
Like 2D skip in Moon Kingdom. That is pretty cool
Exactly.
to look at, but it's not viable whatsoever.
Unless you're Dangers and you get into the marathon race, then it's RTA viable then.
I always try and learn hard tricks just to see how hard they are, and then I give up on the second attempt because they're too hard.
Well, I remember the day that 2D Skip was discovered. We posted it on Twitter. Tyrone, Mitch, and Dangers were all live at the same time trying to get it, and Dangers got it a few times, and Mitch came into his chat he's like, how on earth are you getting this? I cannot get it. Like, he was actually kind of mad at Dangers for getting it because he couldn't get it himself.
If you guys don't know, if you're not really into Odyssey, Mitch is the former world record holder, and
for any percent.
Yeah, and Tyron is now 8. I think he beat it by 8 seconds, right?
8 seconds. Yep.
That's pretty sweet. 8 seconds.
Yes, Tyrone 18 beat Mitch SMO. The world record is now a 57:46. Mitch had a 57:54, and that world record had been standing for 5 months. So, one of the longest standing records in SMO Any percent for sure.
Car's missing the second fast hat. That is not good. And Ufer getting the first moon in Lost Kingdom.
The longest. Okay. Yeah, I'm not surprised. If Ufer would have fallen down there, he might have gotten kleptoed. So he's very lucky he got the ledge grab on the thingy. I don't know what it's called.
I call those the propeller wings that don't fly.
No, yeah, fair enough. Okay.
Ufer trying to end his lead right then and there.
I think that was supposed to be a roll cancel that just didn't happen. It's my guess, but he almost just rolled straight off the edge. Going for the iron cage without the cage triple. Into the final moon. Attempted up throw out of the bridge, but having to take the death. Doesn't lose too much time, though.
Yeah, taking a death there isn't nearly as bad as taking a death on TJ. Triple jump cage moon.
I promise we can talk. Alright, Ufer's heading here into the Metro Kingdom. The game actually debates you into thinking you're going to Metro Kingdom not once, but twice, if you actually read the text. And then when you finally get here, it's not at all with the advertisements for the game said Metro looks like. You don't actually get that until you get to the day Metro.
Ufer taking a bonk by trying to go for an absolutely nuts strat. And it almost worked.
Yeah, they did the rainbow spin and they almost made it. Not quite.
They would have made it, but they were too far right and bonked on the top part. And it was pretty
Who got the Goomba bounce? Alright, now Cars here in the Metro Kingdom. About a minute behind or so. Having some difficulty with the pulls here in City Hall interior. Oh no! Both players here are not having the cleanest Night Metro. Devious, would you like to talk about the Mecha Wiggler?
Yeah, sometimes Mecha Wiggler can screw you over and get a bad pattern, but half the time, it's most of the time that I see people mess it up, it's because they either have an input error, like they forget to press a button, or they have, or they get hit by the yellow, Sparky Ball, and then they have to wait to shoot again.
Ufer started out pretty well here in the second cycle. Wasn't quite perfect, but good enough for a 2-cycle. Okay. Alright, now Cars here into the Wiggler.
And Ufer onto Day Metro, and I think we are potentially going to see Scoot Clip from him, judging from all of his other routes. I wouldn't put it past him.
I definitely would not either, but it depends on, you know, where he's been putting his practice into. Yep, Scoot Clip.
How is Scoot Clip even performed? I know it involves something to do with turning your controller upside down.
Yeah, you actually have to get on the scooter, and then you have to get up next to the side of the cage, and you either have to turn your controller completely upside down, or completely, like, to the right, where you cross your arms over each other. You have to invoke the motion controls to get Mario's hitbox just slightly inside the cage. Valu111, the former Darker Side world record holder, actually said that he puts his controller over his head when he does Scoop Clip. If you look at people's face cams when they do Scoop Clip, it always looks really funny.
Most of the runners I watch don't have face cams, so I never get the pleasure of watching them do Scoot Clip.
Scoot Clip is objectively the easiest to do on detached Joy-Cons. But you can still do it on a Pro Controller. If you watch Fur, the All Moonsworld record holder, do Scoot Clip, he holds his he plays on D-Chat Joy-Cons, and he does it like kind of like an air guitar. He puts like one up and one down. It looks really funny. Yeah.
Yay!
And it looked like Oofer here was going for the early musicians, if I think correctly. You can see here on car screen is a good example of everything you can run into in Day Metro.
Day Metro can either be really good or it can be really bad, and there's no in between. I've never seen an in between.
Well, there's just so many people, poles, streetlights, taxis, you know, they're everywhere. Cars here is doing the early musicians. You saw Oofer there get the Tootie Hintart in the pool.
At this point, I'm just surprised Oofer wasn't going for Bullet Room.
Bullet building, you mean?
I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it is the building, but I hear people call it Bullet Room all the time, so I guess that's why I call it that.
I mostly hear it called Bullet Building. But that is the more advanced route that saves a few seconds, but only with really optimal movement.
Oh, it looks like I think Oofer's gonna get a sub 33 with this even. And
Yep.
It's gonna be pretty close though. I think.
It should be sub 33, yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, it's not close at all.
Like I said, math is hard.
Math is hard, especially when you don't know the cutscene times.
Alright, Uber here is headed into the Snow Kingdom. I doubt, we're gonna see a Snowdram, but I could be surprised. What would you say, Devious? This is like a minute apart-ish?
Yeah, around a minute 16, because he got a 32, Oofer got a 32.44, and Cars got a 34 flat, so it's
Okay.
around a minute 16.
So, you know, definitely not over till it's over. But, you know, we are seeing Oofer pull ahead here a little bit.
I don't think Oofer went for Shot Moon, so I think we are seeing a Dram.
I was thinking the same thing, but I was hoping I saw wrong. Okay.
He just clipped.
Saves about 2
That's
seconds
amazing.
there.
Yeah, well, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's going for Snowdram anymore.
Yeah, Oofer's movement, not gonna lie, seems a little advanced for their PB. It seemed
Yeah,
like...
I bet Oofer is... He's probably got like a 2-minute SOB. He's actually has the best SOB in the world. So.
Yeah, I mean, they may be a couple minutes off of their someone's best, but this movement just seems a little bit more advanced than I would expect with their PP.
Yeah, you don't really end up seeing people clip through the wall with the 107, so it definitely is a little advanced. And Cars is going for the moon, so we don't get to see a snowdram from him.
Yeah, I mean, if you know how to do the out of bounds movement, it really doesn't lose you any time to try and set up for that clip. Because if you don't get it, you can just easily go for the backup. So that may be what Oofer does. Okay. Pretty fancy jump there. Is this game good, Oasis Waters? It is good.
I think you should buy it. You should actually speedrun it. Don't even play it casually, just run it.
Yep, I do know some people that actually never played casually. They just went straight into speedrunning.
That's scary.
But Oasis Waters, this game is a game where you can very easily beat it in one day. Like, anyone can pick up the controller and beat the main story in one day. So it's very accessible to get into. Plus the main copy of the game, the current version, is all you need to be able to speedrun.
Yeah, and if you actually do end up learning to speedrun, most people's runs won't be over 2 hours. I mean, won't be over 2 hours long, usually.
Yeah, with a little bit of practice, you can get under 2 hours.
And Oofer getting Dram.
Easy clap. No problem.
Roll cancel boost. Or roll cancel bounce. That's pretty cool.
Oofer's now just showing off. He's like, nah, I got this. Snowdram first try, RCB, no problem.
Yeah, Oofer is just showing off his skills. He's trying to decimate his opponent to a false sense of death, even though it's probably not false anymore at this point. But
yeah, Cars took that jump safer than Oofer did. Oofer did the longer way, but Cars did the one where it's closer.
I'm scared to see this guy's C-sign. It's...
Why? What are you expecting?
I just expect him to know something that no one else has done before. And just fly through the stage.
Yeah, Oasis, if you buy the game, I guarantee you, if you give it a day, you will beat it. The main storyline. Like, not all moons or anything, but the main storyline.
Yeah, all moons casually takes forever.
Truth.
It's so bad. Or not so bad, but it's so long. Like, the moons are fun, but it just is like a giant allotted amount of time, so.
Well, Oasis Waters, what I'm not telling you is that after you beat the main storyline, you only have 124 moons, but there are 880 available in the game. So you're not near done or finished with the game after you beat the main storyline. We're only seeing a very small portion of the game here.
You're basically seeing like about 1/8 of the game just by doing it casually. 1/8, 1/9 of the game is what you're actually playing by beating just the main story mode.
Yeah, but then you get into the moon rocks and the post game and dark side and darker side. So there are many other challenges available to you after you do the main storyline. If you watch an All Moons run, you'll see what I'm talking about. The world record is 728 minutes. Spoilers? The game's been out for 3 years. How am I going to spoil it?
That's just like people spoiling movies that came out in the 70s. They're like, oh my gosh, you're spoiling this movie that came out before you were even born. Good job. I think Cars is about a minute and a half behind now, so he did... Uford just picked up his momentum. He got even faster in this kingdom.
People run! You haven't seen Titanic yet? Okay, I won't spoil it.
So there's this one girl, and she watches a dude drown. That's basically it.
Accurate.
Oh, Thero rating with the party of 200,563,000 people.
That's a lot of gamers.
Pretty much.
Welcome in, gamers. Alright, over here into the Luncheon Kingdom. Ooh, okay. Almost falling off the salt pile there.
I love just gaining random bursts of speed from Luncheon's geometry. It's very fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. And you can also get pretty speedy if you burn your butt on the Pepto-Bismol.
Okay, Ufer just did a technique that I haven't seen ever, and it's scary.
I missed it.
He did a spin pound as soon as Spewer spawned, and then spin through. So he knocked off his hat and came out of the spin pound and jumped on his head. And it was all in a matter of like a second.
Okay, I might have to rewatch it. I'll have to see.
Ufer's doing all the roll cancels. It's not even funny. If there's a roll cancel that you have that you want to try, just tell Ufer and he'll do it for you. Good lord.
Except for maybe a down throw roll cancel.
I accidentally did a down throw roll cancel when I was still on Joy-Cons and...
oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know how I did it, but I did. I think it's because I was trying to do an up throw roll cancel, but I input the wrong direction and then just like, hey, you got a down throw now.
Nice. And for those of you who are not aware, rolling is the fastest form of movement. So you will see these gamers rolling whenever they have to move from point A to point B. And you actually have to get out of the roll by some way or fashion. Slowest way is bonking. And most people like to do some sort of, you know, a roll cancel, whether it be a spin throw, an up throw, down throw, or a long jump.
Or you can obviously just stop rolling. But that's the boring way.
I guess bonking is boring too.
Nah, bonking is funny because sometimes it can lead to catastrophic consequences that you've never seen before. And ooh for bonking.
Forks Room, Pepe D's,
Ufer just got the fastest forks I think I've ever seen in my entire life.
Well, clearly you've never watched Mitch do forks then, because Mitch's forks are like,
I've been watching Mitch for like a total of 1 day, and since he's a top runner, he like wants everything to be completely perfect, so...
I mean, for someone...
Yeah,
for someone like Mitch to PB, he has to be on a very good run with like no mistakes. So
yeah, don't worry. Tomorrow's been cooking up his new strats that no one's ever heard about that actually save 20 minutes. So he's gonna cut down the world record time.
Yo, really?
20 minutes. I wish. Aww. That'd be pretty cool. Imagine he just comes back. It's like, it's very scary.
Goodness, Ufer here on 1 health. He's getting damaged by that tomato. Right, Ufer here is gonna head up to shake the meat. And then head on out of here. Wow, Cool Cat Gang is not subscribed to Saren Mew. That's a rip.
Rest in peace. Saren will be sad. Can't believe Cool Cat Gang isn't subbed to Saren, even though Saren owns Cool Cat Gang, but that's a paradox we don't want to go down today.
I know, right? We'd be here all day.
Looks like a 48-20 time from Ufer, which is pretty good. That's pretty good for luncheon exit, a 48.
Yeah, he kind of flying.
I wonder if he's on PB pace. It kind of seems like he is. He hasn't really made too many mistakes. So
maybe, but I feel like I'd have to see his splits to tell you for sure.
Yeah, we don't have his splits, so rest in peace. Well, not yet, Kappa.
Yes, this run is pre-recorded, but the commentators are live, and the commentators do not know the outcome of the race. Saren, are you just having a lot of issues changing between accounts? Is that what's happening here?
No, I think what he's doing is on OBS. He has Cool Cat Gang as the chat, right? So he's signed in, streaming from OBS, and then he types in the chat on OBS, and it shows it goes CCG. But then he does the same thing on the Twitch pop-out chat, and it's his account. So he's trying to use...
logged in as Saren Mew? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Yeah. it's I told you it's a paradox. We can't get into it right now.
Alright, well, Cars is leaving Luncheon Kingdom. Ufer is here on the Ruined Dragon. He did free the Toad there, getting those 200 free coins that he doesn't need.
200 free coins is still free coins. I mean,
I mean, yes, but the reason people get it here is that it doesn't lose you any time. Because there's just
yeah, this fight is entirely cycle based, so there's no like, and the cycles are pretty long, honestly, especially for a boss fight.
Right, you have to wait for him to spit out all those spinning electric wheels and everything like that before he becomes vulnerable to being able to pull the swords out of his face and then slam your booty straight on his forehead. Yeah, slam your booty on his forehead, that's what you have to do. Tell me I'm wrong. I mean, I'm not wrong.
That's wrong, because if you're a top runner, you'll spin pound and hit him with your feet instead.
I don't know, well, your booty still goes down, so... Rune Kingdom is not a place where you see lots of league changes because of its consistency and the fact that there are 4 free hearts just sitting there in the arena.
I feel like there's one way we can see Cars bring it back, and that's if Ufer dies somewhere in Bowser's like mech or something, or he dies in Moon Kingdom somewhere, which I don't know how consistent Ufer is at mech, but judging from the rest of his gameplay, I'd say he's pretty consistent.
Yeah, I mean, based on, you know, what I'm seeing, like his movement and his gameplay, he doesn't seem like the kind of gamer that would just die to mech. Yeah, what's up, Dansta?
Let's go look at the title. Haha. I should have probably checked this. Let's see, what's the title?
Whoops.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Nope, nothing. It was never anything but the correct thing. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry, Dansta, you saw wrong.
Honestly, you know what? I think the title should be changed. It's not Ufer versus Cars, it's Cars competing against God, basically. That's basically what we're looking at right now.
God? I mean, you have someone with a 58 in the chat right now, so, I mean...
well, he's just God above God, so... Just pretend I'm monotheistic, or I actually believe in a God in the first place, but...
No, we don't have to talk about religion here.
No, that's not what that wasn't the point of that, but... Yeah, we don't need to talk about that. That is very not epic. And Cars
yeah.
bonking.
Is the title correct? Get your vote in the poll. Is the title correct?
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
It is riggable though. You can contribute bits or channel points to rig the vote. I'm not sure who made that poll. Was it you, Devious?
No, it was Saren.
Oh.
Although I am rigging the system,
I see. Alright, Ufer going for the topper first, inferior approach.
Uh-huh. That's what all those Harriet stands would say. You must be a Harriet stan.
I'm the Harriet first player, if that's what you mean. Wow, we have 40 votes for yes. That's a lot of votes.
I only contributed to 20 of them, so I wasn't the extra 40.
Okay, now we have someone else throwing around lots of points. Okay. Or bits. Okay, who's just dumping like thousands of channel points in this? This is ridiculous.
74 to 40, that seems like a very cool ratio.
That definitely checks out. Definitely
87 to 40. Yeah, someone just rated us with 12,000 people, so of course it checks out.
Yeah. XQC, he was playing Odyssey, obviously, you know, it's him.
Yeah, definitely, it's definitely not like XQC was playing Rust or anything, but...
Alright, Cars is heading to the bunnies while Ufer is finishing them. Ufer just finished up Harriet. We'll grab the next story moon.
All I can say is that Ufer is correct for choosing Topper first.
Oh, looks like Dance is on the side of Harriet first. Thoreau contributed 240 bits.
He used bits instead of channel points. That's pretty interesting. I didn't expect to see that.
Spending the moolah. Enjoy your $2.40.
You can buy McDonald's chicken nuggets with that.
Yo, really?
Pretty good.
God.
I think you can buy like a 5-piece or something. I mean, it's a good midnight snack.
Ooh, Thoreau throwing in another 50 bits. Thanks. Appreciate it.
Money is in fact a social construct. I'm gonna have to agree with Thero on that one.
Oh, it definitely is a social construct, but it's a social construct that we need.
Oh yeah, because we did it to get rid of bartering. It's like it's something to replace traditional trade.
Blame Alexander Hamilton.
I'll blame William Shakespeare instead.
Alright, Ufer here is on the mech. Looks like going for Topper acquired. Got it.
What is the difference between Topper acquired and Target acquired?
Topper acquired is on the second phase where you go straight to the side and hit Topper without going on the top of the mech first. And Target acquired is where you hit Spewart on the last phase. You have to dive into him on the last phase. And Ufer's going for it. See how this goes.
Well, looks like
oh, I did not think that was gonna work, but it worked. Oh god.
Yeah, it looked like he was gonna fall off because the mech started moving it. I hate how the mech moves in this game when you fight it. It's like such an odd piece of geometry and it shifts at random moments.
Right, I mean, that was a fabulous mech from Ufer. Like, you cannot, like, basically that's like a top-level mech. Like, if you were watching a top-level player do mech, that's what you would see.
Let's get Dance's opinion on it. No, that was a very clean mech. I don't think we've ever... I don't think I've seen anyone go for Target acquired in CCG races. Oh, Nurse Allison is wrong. That wasn't Topper acquired.
Dang. What did I
and Cars going for normal.
Yeah, Cars is going with the Burb strat.
Burb strat is superior, so I can understand why he is going for it.
The Burb strat is slower, though. So how could it be superior?
Just because something's slower doesn't mean it's not superior.
Clearly you don't understand the concept of speedrunning.
I don't speedrun, I slow run.
I see. Alright, well, regardless to say whether or not he got the technically Tiapa required, it was still a very good mech. And is on PB pace going into Moon Kingdom.
He's I think he's on 106 pace, maybe 105, but I don't know what his moon gold is, so I can't really say.
105 would probably be a stretch, unless he's like actually Miles Pro. But
he's not Miles Pro, he's better than Miles Pro.
Will this sub hour? Definitely. This will definitely sub hour.
It looks like he's on sub hour pace. He's he's currently at an hour and 1 minute and 21 seconds, so he's definitely sub houring.
Alright. Good Moon Cave skip. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his moon gold is, so... Saying this can def 105, I'm not sure what his moon gold is. I'm not sure how fast what his, like, BTT would be.
I mean, either way, as long as nothing goes inherently, completely wrong, he is definitely on fat PB pace, like fat PB pace.
Oh, definitely on fat PB chase. As long as he doesn't like die in pillars or die on 2D skip. Thanks for all the insight, Dansta. We appreciate it.
Dansta's just too cool, so of course he's got all the knowledge.
Well, I mean, Dansta is one of the best players of this game, so...
he's got a 58, 59, I think, is what I saw.
Yeah, 58, 59.
I was in his stream earlier, watching him in Cascade Kingdom.
I see, okay.
But yeah, he missed one fast hat, which is not ideal, but other than that, it's been pretty clean so far.
Alright, Akars is here into Moon Kingdom. Ufer is definitely ahead. We would have to see a pretty big mistake from him for Cars to win.
I mean, Cars is still on pretty decent pace. I think he's also on PB pace. I mean, it's kind of a stretch to say he is, because I don't know what his moon gold is, but
I didn't see what his Bowser's exit was, so I'm not sure.
No cap stall, and misses it. If you go for 2 DSS, could I get sub hour? Yes, you can.
Yes. Go for 2 DSS. Mm-hmm. Two DSS is generally not considered viable in RTA runs. You will see it very occasionally, but it's not in the world record.
In my opinion, 2 DSS is like the freest trick in the book. It just takes hours of skill, practice, and whatever, so that's basically free.
2 DSS refers to 2D section skip. It's basically where you take Bowser and you climb the outside of this 2D section on little ledges. It can save about 7 seconds if you do it optimally, but it's very difficult.
Wait, they're not doing cannonless this run? I think I'm very sad. This is not epic.
I don't know what cannonless even means, so...
It's a Mario 64 trick, but...
I don't do Mario 64. Alright, Cat Jams in the chat for Ufer's Pillars. Possible 105 with the good pillars.
good first pillar. Yeah, I think if Ufer pulls out the carpetless, he's definitely gonna get a 105.
You keep saying things I don't mean. I don't understand.
Carpetless is quite literally the hardest Super Mario 64 trick.
I don't follow SM64, so I wouldn't know.
That's probably a good thing. Ooh. Are we gonna see it? The 105?
It's definitely possible.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Yeah, that should be a 105.
56. Oh, that was close.
105.55. Huge PB from Ufer. GG's for him in the chat, please.
That was the fattest PB I think I've ever seen.
Really?
In a race. In a race, yeah.
Yeah, he completely just skipped 106. Pretended like
he gave
it didn't
up on
even
the 106.
exist.
106 doesn't exist if you're Ufer, so.
Nope.
I mean.
He ain't never seen a 106, never will.
I skipped. I think the most I skipped was 4-minute intervals, which was back when I was horrible. I skipped from 121 all the way down to 117. So.
No, this potentially could PB for cars.
He's definitely on PB pace. I mean, and he's got a 47, so even if he does get a 108, he could still it's probably going to be a low 108. So, as long as his pillars goes good.
Yeah, let's see where this happens. Looking like a low 108. Alright, again entering this banger of a soundtrack.
Games, yeah, if they do bomb clip, they will get he could have got a 104 if he did bomb clip.
Stop saying things I don't know what it means. Not fair.
No, I'm just responding to chat. Oh, he missed that last one. That's
Hopefully he doesn't die trying to get to the... Nope, good.
Oh, he definitely PB'd.
Oh, for sure.
20-30 second PB, that's not bad whatsoever, especially at a sub 10 gamer level, sub 110 gamer level. That's pretty good. 22, that is a, his timer is 1 minute and 25 seconds, so looks like we got a new world record here, and Cars is now the new world record holder with 1 minute and 25 seconds.
Oh,
that
sure.
is...
Alright, well, GG's to both runners, double PB, quite the race. I know we saw both runners there in the chat. You can hop in the VC if you want, answer a couple questions.
Yeah.
Ufer and Cards. But, you know, obviously, excellent race. Insane. Can't? Okay. Well, GG's to you on the 106 skip and the PB, and the W, of course.
Was this their first match, or was it their second match for Ufer? Because
I don't know.
Because if it's its first match, he's 1-0 to my knowledge, so... But
Alright. First
it
match?
was your first
okay.
match? Okay, so Ufer's 1-0. He's definitely showing his bracket, or his little 4-man bracket that he is not playing around for this tournament.
For sure, yeah. Way to come out strong, you know. Not only taking the W, but the PB as well. Alright, I don't think we're going to be hearing from the runners here. But I believe we do have some gaming coming up However, not SMO Gaming.
It's Ocarina of Time. It's Champ Cal versus Big Salt 64, and it's gonna be the match of the century. So if I were you, I wouldn't miss it. You got any closing comments, Allison?
You can call me Nurse or Allison, doesn't matter. Just, big GGs to both gamers. Thank you all for coming. Join the Cool Cat Gang Discord, follow on Twitter, subscribe to Twitch Prime. All of those fun things.
Follow both of the racers as well. As you can see, they definitely got PB potential in them still. With Cars, he made plentiful of mistakes and still managed to pull off a PB, so definitely something to watch around for. And go follow Allison because she is a god commentator, a pretty epic commentator, one of the best I've commed with. And follow Saren for doing all the restreaming because restreaming takes a toll on your mental health. So
you would know. Alright, gamers. Appreciate your time. Thanks, Devious.
Yep. No problem.
Alright, Saren. Stage is yours.